make these builds not worried about the artifact armor too much, but if you want to, you can focus in on some of the artifacts if that's like your main build. Otherwise, you can go in and refund whatever you need. Um, so this is what I run usually either with Striga or Quicksilver, and then you go Necrotic Grips as my strand build. Um, I'm going to leave a dim link in the description, so you can just click on that and take everything from there. But these are the fragments and aspects that I use. I mean, most of them is just self-explanatory, but if you don't know what they do, then I can further elaborate later. We are using the necrotic grips, um, heavy ammo finder. Because I'm using, most of the time I do use Striga, I use kinetic siphon. Um, you want to get your recovery up and your resilience up as much as possible. I like to try to keep it over 80 for both. If you get to hundreds, then get to hundreds. Um, you're gonna eat your grenade, so then the next one I would say is discipline will be your next one you want to get up. But um, then this, since I was running strand, actually you will want to switch this to kinetic, and that way your trigger would do even more damage. But I was just messing around with some other stuff earlier. And Reaper, when you get a kill after using your ability, and then Bomber, get their grenades back. If you, most of it is to get your grenade back because you want to eat your grenade to suspend the targets around you that you kill from the first ad that you kill. All right, on to build number two. Um, whatever weapons you want. I know they have more stasis weapons that you can use, like the stasis trace rifle. It's not coming to my head right now what you can use. Agacelter. Um, it'll be more in sync with it, but this is mostly trying to freeze everything. This is mostly for your Akromansky gloves. Um, you're using your cold snap. You get two of them. You want to throw it on the enemies so that the direct impact um, charge makes it charge up faster and you get it back faster. And that's pretty much what it is you're just trying to freeze, kill stuff, and from our fragments and aspects, they will go to other enemies and then they'll freeze. So you want to kill the one that freezes first. So you want to kill in order of when they get frozen, and that way it will keep going. If you get it to the point where you can throw one um, directly on one and then kill it, and maybe throw your second one as like a bleak watcher, and that's like the stasis turret. Then keep killing and just basically your stasis turret should be up long enough in the room, and then from there you'll just keep killing the enemies and throwing your regular cold snap grenade. Um, these are the aspects I'm using. Like I said, I usually have stasis weapon attached, but I don't have it right now because I was messing around with these builds. Um, I don't know if y'all want to see. This is what I'm rocking for appearance. Next build. So this build is all built around eating your grenade, getting the arc soul amplified, and trying to stay amplified with the arc soul as long as possible. Um, Getaway artist is real good for that. You also can use centrifuge or whatever other weapon you like. Wrist runner. There's multiple cold heart, whatever exotic you want to use. I just have a bow on it right now just because I was going to level it up. So, but you can use whatever scout rifle, sniper, pulse, fusion, whatever you want. Um, so I'm running these fragments and aspects because you can uh, go defeat your targets and get ionic traces, which makes you amplified. But you pretty much don't need this one because you will be amplified all the time. This is just another way to be amplified in case it messes up and you don't have enough grenade energy to eat your grenade. If you don't need that, then you can always change it to the electric lightning surge, which is just to slide and then bring down lightning. Arc Soul. So when you drop your rift and you have that amplified Arc Soul, it will refresh. This is the way that you keep the cycle going of always having amplified and Arc Soul. So eat your grenade, then you have waited for it to go down, then you can drop a rift. If you don't have your grenade back already, to refresh it, then you will be able to walk in and out of the rift to constantly refresh it. Then you can also use your grenade regular if you already have an arc soul out. So that's why I'm running post grenade. You could run one of these other ones with less time, like the flashbang, but I actually like being able to use my post grenade because you usually will have your arc soul up almost infinite. Um, change the siphons as you need to. Um, so yeah, this is what you want. You want to be able to get your utility up constantly, and it should be easy enough to keep it going with the way that this is. Picking up orbs, fresh the ability with the least amount. Next build. Uh, with something like this, you want incandescent on your build. Um, but that's not the main thing. It's mostly trying to get them lower, the red bars low enough so you can use your snap to kill them, and that's your melee. And from there, you'll get uh, unlimited up to 10 seconds, I think, or up to six grenades. Yeah, up to six grenades in 10 seconds to use up um, and to throw solar grenades. So this build is to kill the red bars and then throw your solar grenades at uh, yellow and orange bars. You probably don't really need this for uh, activities, low level activities, but this weapon is just in case you don't have your melee going. I mean, you can get one with demolitionist or something if that's so you can get back your grenades too. In case you're waiting on your melee. There's people that run it with uh, what's it called, Monte Carlo, whatever you want to use. I'm just using Gallahorn because this is mostly like a support build when you want a DPS. If you don't have your infinite grenades, you can use Gallahorn. Um, there's trace rifles you can use with incandescent, and you can go double special, so you always have heavy. Since most of the time you're not going to be shooting your gun with this build. Um, Heat rises and flame touch. You can switch this out if you want. Icarus dash. Um, and you will want this to actually be incendiary snap. These will be the fragments you want to go with. Next build. Uh, so this one is mostly trying to just throw your grenades. With this, you can use whatever weapons you want. I mean, um, I don't have on the weapons that I'm using with this build. There's plenty that you can use to actually help with this build, but it's not necessary because you're trying to get your grenades constantly and always use and damage and kill with your grenades. So it's mostly abilities. So these are the fragments, aspects. Eating this one is eating your grenades, and it does even more damage, lasts longer. These are the mods. If you don't like the mods, you can change them. That's whatever you like. Because you get your grenades so fast, you can just build into grenades so they come back faster. But when you damage with these, they give you even more grenade energy. And right now, for some reason, my resilience is way too high. But yeah, you'll just change this and throw it into recovery or discipline. Um, that's what I'm wearing.